Hi, everyone. Welcome. This is Emery with Living Love Consciously. I hope you're doing really well. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about, but I think I have an idea. So I'm just going to be honest and forthcoming with the fact that this week my heart has been extremely heavy. And I know why it's been heavy. It's been heavy because the world or things around me seem to be so darn not right. I see people around me who work really hard and not getting the payoff, the trade-off, which is growth when you work really hard. Or I see people who do work hard, but they do it in a very mean, backstabby, sinister kind of way, and they seem to be growing. Or I see people who just are getting along in life just fine. And it's like, why not me? So I was in a victim, why not me mentality. And sometimes it's completely legitimate, right? Because sometimes you just watch the world around you and things seem to be going well for everyone except you. And in those cases, what I try to do and what I would encourage you to do if you're here looking for solutions is to be in a state of gratitude. Now, sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. I have been trying my best to be in a state of gratitude. I think about the things I'm grateful for, the actions that I'm grateful for. I try to be present and not worry about the future, and understand that inequality is something that's just part of life. Because it's always going to be part of life, right? Because we're all not born with the same intellectual strength. We're all not born with the same physical strength. We're all not born with the same stamina. It's just, it's the roll of the dice. Sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll have all those attributes, and sometimes you won't. So it's just the way of the world. I don't know if anything will ever be equal. But what's bothersome is the areas where it seems like energies or people that are shifty are still just getting all the accolades, and all the positive things seem to be happening to them. But again, which I've talked to you about in the past, that is my perspective looking out. I have no idea what's going on in these people's lives. I have no idea what internal situation that they're having. And because there's facades that people wear, we wear masks, we present ourselves one way to the outside world, while inside there's a whole different other being that's in there. So from looking in, everybody might seem hunky-dory, and then you get into that space and you get to know them, and you're like, oh, you have your own challenges. Or they are hunky-dory because they sleep very well at night and they do not care that they have caused people their jobs. They have done really messed up things to people that have caused people to lose their livelihoods because they were so ambitious, because their ego was so huge that they failed to see the bigger picture of how in humanity we are supposed to take care of each other. Even when somebody, even if you see somebody is not as smart as you, but if you can teach them something that helps them to keep their livelihood, or that helps them to grow as a human being, as a colleague, as a coworker, then I think that's your job as a good leader to do that. But not everybody is about that type of leadership. It's more of I'm going to step on people to get where I want to get. And it's okay, because that's the way it's always been done with in their kind of world, and that's the norm for them. Anyway, so that was the reason my heart was heavy, because I was seeing so many things around me that I have no control over whatsoever. It feels like I have no control over it. Maybe I do. And the control that I have is just trying to shift my perspective, trying to shift my energy, into one of gratitude, and into one of being present, so that I don't linger in that energy of a weighted heart. And I want to ask you, what do you do when your heart feels heavy? What solutions can you provide with the audience? Leave them in the comments if you have some. But as I mentioned for you, as I mentioned earlier, mine is being of gratitude, trying to be kind to myself as well as other people around me, trying not to snap into judgment, trying not to let my emotions overcome what I know, like the logical aspects of what I need, like what I need to do. Like I know that if I snap at somebody, that's going to cause a challenge in my relationships. So logically, you stay focused, you stay present, and you do what needs to be done. And so you take it one day at a time. You don't overwhelm yourself with trying to get over those emotions. You don't overwhelm yourself trying to fix it. You just process it and then allow yourself space to just deal with it day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. And then you come to a space of gratitude. Praying also helps. I think I made a video. I feel like every time I pray, I'm begging God to help me. It's just like, please, please, please. But I don't know, like if other people, when they pray, they feel like that, or whatever it is that you do, like, do you feel like you're constantly just begging for things to change, begging for the world to be better, begging for the world to be a place where humans interact with each other in a positive way, in a way that's helpful to humanity as well as the individual? Because right now, as I mentioned before, it just seems like a shit show, excuse my French. And people are always like, oh, the world's getting better. But like for me, I try to stay in a neutrality so I don't get caught up in those kinds of energies too often. I just see the world for what it is, and then I just try to work through that process. Because if I don't have any expectations, then I can't be disappointed. And maybe that's a totally negative way of living life, like not having expectations of things to be better. I would love for things to be better. I want for things to be better. But do I expect people to behave differently? Maybe, because maybe that's why my heart was heavy, because I was expecting things to change in this environment that I'm talking about, and it didn't change. And it seems like the same old, same old. And it seems like the same people who just do terrible things are still growing and still doing really well in life. And meanwhile, people who seem to have a good heart on them, people who seem, like I said, to work hard and to care about other people, seem to just be left behind. And what I'm finding out when it comes to things is like, as long as the money is doing well, no one cares. No one cares. It's all about the money. It's all about the results. If the financial results are positive, no one cares. No one cares about how we got there. No one cares about people burning out. No one cares about the high turnover. No one cares. No one cares. So that's how it is. And I'm hoping that this changes. And I'm trying not to have expectations that it will change. And I try my best to just live in that. And that's quite challenging, because you kind of have to play psychologist with yourself. You kind of have to play psychologist with yourself. And I'm sorry if this message seems to be like weighted down. That is not my intention. My intention is to always be honest and forthcoming about living love consciously and how I'm experiencing the world, and to kind of connect with you and see how you're experiencing the world, and to find solutions together. Yeah, that is my intention, to find solutions together. So leave me a comment and let me know, how do you deal, like I said before, when things seem to be heavy, when the world seems to be unfair and you have no control to make it any more fair than it is. All right, I will talk to you later. Take care of yourself, and just remember that even when things are not the way you want them to be, you always have something to go home to, which is your heart, which is love. Jesus sits at your heart and is loving, and there's always love, whether love through your children, love through your pet, love through yourself. There's always love to go back to, and that is what we're trying to bring back into humanity. All right, I'll take care of you. I was gonna say I'll take care of you, but I don't know if that's true, but I will do my best to be kind to the next human that I meet. All right, take care of yourself. Bye.